Hello friends, this is Mr. Alval Reddy, an eminent expert for pharmaceutical consultant. Today we discuss about how to start a pharmaceutical product export business. I mean export marketing or business development plan to get huge profits. The Indian pharmaceutical industry ranks a very high in the global market in terms of expertise, technical know-how, with an assured quality products and the wide range of medicines those are manufactured in India. The pharma exports market in India is growing at a very rapid growth rate. Now we discuss about what is the procedure for export of pharmaceutical products and medicines from India. Register a company or firm that will manufacture or market any and export pharmaceutical products into other countries. Need to open current account in any best bank or any nationalized bank to get the foreign payments. Get the IEC number, which is called Import Export Code number, issued by DGFT. Get an approval from DGFT wherever required. DGFT means Director General of Foreign Trade, which is an agency of Ministry of Commerce and Industry of the Government of India. Appoint CHA. CHA means Customs House Agent to export your products. Need to submit all documents to the CHA to register your company at Customs Department. Appoint any reliable insurance agent and register your company. We will discuss in detail about various insurance policies for an exporter. Register your company at ECGC. ECGC means Export Credit Guarantee Corporation, which is a company wholly owned by the Government of India. We will discuss in detail about ECGC in next parts. Register your product in the country where you are exporting. Send the offer or quotation to the customer with Incoterms. Incoterms means International Commercial Terms. What is Incoterms? We will discuss in detail in other parts. Receive purchase order as per Incoterms. Send pro forma invoice with all required details. Prepare commercial invoice against purchase order or LC. LC means letter of credit. We will discuss in detail about LC in other parts. Submit all required export documents such as invoice, packing list, COA and MSDS, etc. to the CHA for each shipment. Send products to customs clearance through CHA. After getting clearance, the material will be shipped. In the importing country also, customs clearance is required. What are the mode of shipments? There is two main mode of shipments for exports. One is by air and another one is by sea. Why we prefer air and why we prefer sea, we will discuss in detail in other parts. What are the shipping documents? For each export or shipment, we need below list of documents: invoice or commercial invoice, packing list, certificate of analysis for each batch, airway bill, we called AWB for air shipments, bill of lading, we called BL for sea shipments. Regarding airway bill, we have two airway bills like house airway bill and master airway bill. What is house airway bill and what is master airway bill, we will discuss in detail in next parts. Regarding sea shipments, we have LCL and FCL. What is LCL and what is FCL, we will discuss in detail in other parts. Insurance certificate. We have many types of insurance policies for export shipments. We will discuss in detail in next part. Material safety data sheet. we called MSDS, Certificate of Origin, we called COO. How we enter into the export marketing of pharmaceutical products. Basically, there is two ways to enter into the export marketing for pharmaceutical products. One is through distribution channel, to appoint a distributor. Direct customer approach, who is using our products to their own manufacturing or consumption. How to approach? There is global pharmaceutical fairs, global meets as below. Global CPHI, regional CPHI, DCAT. In India, we have IFEX, ChemSpec India, meet and pharmaceutical meet, it is called Pharmexil meet, etc. About the above fairs, we will discuss in detail in next parts. What are the major importing countries to our pharmaceutical products? Basically, there is two types of export markets. One is regulated markets and another one is unregulated markets. For regulated markets, we need to submit all required regulatory documents like GMP, WHO GMP and DMF or dossier, etc. to the importing customer. Other than the above, we need to get the different regulatory certificates or approvals from the concerned regulatory departments from different countries. Like in Europe, we need to get the CEP or COS from EDQM approval for European market, AIFA approval from Italy, US FDA approval for USA market, Health Canada approval for Canada, COFEPRIS approval for Mexico market, ANVISA approval for Brazil market, INVIMA approval for Colombia market, MHRA for UK market, MCC for South Africa market, and many more we will discuss in detail in next parts. Which countries is in regulated markets we will discuss in detail in next parts. For unregulated markets, lesser regulatory documents support is enough. Which countries is in unregulated markets we will discuss in detail in next parts. Thank you for watching our video. If you like our content, please like, share, comment, subscribe and press the bell icon.